when I was a kid, my parents used to go, "Oh, it's okay being bored." I think
Yes.
we're in a
Oh,
world
I
now.
tell my
People
kid
don't
that a
know how to
lot.
be.
Yeah.
They don't know how to be bored, so they don't really know
Mhm.
how to be themselves.
But I love what you just said. I think if it's a lost art, the lost art of boredom. Don't grab, don't look like, how do you, sit in
Yeah.
that and then learn something about yourself.
Okay, Michelle, we're back.
Oh, Julia, what a week.
What a week.
It's good to see you.
Good to see you as well. Oh my God, I'm wearing navy. You're wearing blue.
Oh yeah, I'm kind of chambraying it this day.
Well, I mean, it's the perfect material. Hey, chambray. Oh my God. Somebody, don't take that. We created. No, just somebody. I'm just messing with people. I know we say it all the time. It is one of those things. I feel like there are so many. The world is moving fast. Everything's like fast. I'm like, what month is this? What year is this?
Yeah,
where are we going? Right?
Yeah.
But I feel like we're in the best time to be a book reader and a podcast listener.
Oh yeah.
There is and I mean, I understand there's misinformation and all that, and I'm not getting into that part of the conversation.
Yes.
But I feel there's so many useful tools that we have at our disposal. I just really started thinking about this as I've been looking up taking private French lessons, right?
Yeah.
I've been telling myself.
My husband and I have been talking about that too.
And so I started, I was like, let me clean up my Instagram in a way that follows who I am now, not when I started my Instagram, like it was a lot of different
not long ago.
Right. And so what I did was I love a Google Doc. So I decided to unfollow people, but I kept their handle name to look
smart.
up on a Google Doc. Because it was some reason I followed them, but then now I'm just like, it is nothing personal. It's just the time in my life.
Yeah.
And I've been following a lot of people. And there is this one gentleman who is from Alabama. I think his name is Henry. I have to go on Instagram right now and find his name.
Hey, Henry.
He's a doctor. He has a PhD, and he talked about how he started learning French, didn't know it, improved it, what he wanted to do. And so I started a French study thing under, his name is Dr. Henry Jewell. Gorgeous person. I mean, he just looks gorgeous inside and out. I haven't DM'd him yet. I want to be his friend, but I want to be his friend. I'll probably send him this clip. But he encouraged.
Can I grab my phone and look him up right now?
His name is Henry J. Jewell. Just Henry Jewell. Henry Jewell.
Okay, I'm pulling him up.
L's on the end of Jewell. And his French is gorgeous. And I have been looking and trying. I was like, I could take classes here. Yeah, he's gorgeous. Yeah, he just seems so kind. Also, he's from the South, so we love him already.
Yeah.
Alabama, so we.
He's a dog
I was
dad.
I was like, do I go to Allianz here, timing. And it was back and forth. And he mentioned that he used this company called Preply. So Preply.
Okay.
Preply is, and you go on and they have instructors from all over the world in every language and price point that you could. So I just want to it's better than just my normal Duolingo, but I just want to, if there's somebody listening or watching and you're curious about a language and you may need a deep dive and you need an instructor, you need to look at somebody.
Yeah.
They literally have an app. You can go on, you can sort by country of origin, where they're from. Because France, you have France, and then you have Montreal, and then, and then you have Senegal. You can find an instructor, but you can find it for all different languages. So if somebody wants to look into languages, I highly encourage them to just go on and look. I haven't pulled a bullet, gun yet to start that, but I just know it's there when I can, but I love it because you can see what times they're available to teach. So if they're
so it's actually a person that's teaching you.
A person that's teaching you.
Oh, that's what I need. Yeah, I had to leave Duolingo behind. But
I think it's one of those you continue to do both.
Yeah,
but it was you see people, all their different certifications, and you can click and say, hey, I want to take, just say if you're an early person and they're in France and you want to take 7 a.m., you can register for 7 a.m. classes.
Oh,
Like,
cool.
just say you don't want to do an evening class and that your brain is mush,
Yeah. Yeah.
I just thought it was so cool. And so I am like one of those, like today, just kind of thankful for social media in that I found Henry, and then Henry helped me find Preply.
Oh, cool.
And
yeah.
So I just want to encourage people, if you're thinking about learning a language,
Yeah.
I think it's a cool program. I just thought.
Well, I love that because so my husband took a couple of years of French in college. So he's got at least some fundamentals. I've had like literally a million years of Spanish. And so what I need is a little bit different than what he needs because of the way my brain works. I think I may take like French 1 or something at the community college because I'd like to understand why I'm doing what I'm doing. Like just the basic kind of conjugation, like the rules. And then after that, I don't need to take 2, 3, 4, 5, in that kind of way. But I just want like a theory foundation.
Yeah.
And so I
think it's great. I think you can look, I think it's for people, and I think they work with your, it's just, they work with your schedule. You put your schedule in. I just feel like,
so great. Yeah.
We're living in the world of the Jetsons. And so
boy, are we? Who knew that was going to become true?
We are living in the world of the Jetsons. And so I just feel like if somebody likes me and you're like into language, you want to learn the language, you're trying to get better, and you just like, I don't have time for like an in-person, in-course class, you can get this by using Preply. And also Henry listed a few people we following people on Instagram that he liked. And so I just created a little collection in my Instagram called French Study. Okay. And so I just started following different people and saving like conjugation and just things like that. So,
I love to see. I need to learn like rules. Like, because learning to speak it is great. But I need some foundation as to why. Yeah,
as to why. But I just feel like so that is like my little
I love
thing.
That. That's a great little tidbit. Julia's tidbit of the week.
It's my tidbit of a week. So.
All right. Well, I have a topic for you that I have kind of mixed feelings about this topic. It's a fun, light topic, but it also I was kind of annoyed by it. So there's an article in May, from in May in the New York Times. It's an opinion piece. It's a guest essay written by Callie Hitchcock. That's the title is, and of course we know titles are oftentimes written by editors as clickbait and don't, so I don't want to throw Callie under the bus for this, but it's Don't Pity a Woman Eating Alone. And she talks about how she, went to a restaurant and like people were like treating her like, oh, I'm so sorry you're here by yourself. I'm so sorry that no one was able to join you this evening and blah, blah, blah. And she's like, no, I'm eating here alone on purpose. And so, and she's totally fine with it. And so the thing that article, which we'll put the link in the show notes, because she's, it's fun and she's a great writer, is it's annoying to me because like, there are some circumstances where I don't mind eating alone. And specifically, I think this is dinner. I mean, lunch, breakfast, those maybe are different, easier. But sometimes going to a restaurant and sitting as a woman or maybe as a man alone, maybe sometimes people are okay with that and maybe others aren't. And I'm kind of like, if I'm traveling, then I don't mind it in some ways, but then sometimes I love room service. So sometimes I like want to just, if I'm in a hotel that has room service, but then, and so then I wondered how you would be with this topic, but I figure you love, people. And so you would like love to eat alone. Like I don't mind eating alone, but then I don't necessarily want to talk to anyone. I just want to like do my thing. But then the reason that I found this a little bit annoying is why does nobody ever ask men this? Why is this always about women and not like, we are adults. We are perfectly capable of taking care of ourselves. Why is it always about the woman? Is she okay eating alone? And no one's like worried if the man's okay eating alone. So I just have a whole host of feelings about this topic.
Okay. One.
All the feelings.
Okay. So I do like people. So I go to dinner by myself a lot, right? I'm a person.
I knew you would. I knew it. I'm like, of course Julia likes this.
I love, and that doesn't mean I want to talk to people. I'm not saying that, right? But I also have issues with restaurants who think just because I'm eating by myself, I want to be at the bar.
Well, that too. Yeah.
So I do sometimes want a bar seat, and most of the time I want a table.
Yeah.
I don't want a bar seat. I want a table I want a table.
Yeah,
and I
you're
want
not out looking for a date. You're just having a meal. Like, that's the thing.
but
Why
even
are we
but
treated that way?
but I mean, we know why. You got to remember, here's the thing: eating out by yourself as a woman is still hard for a lot of women. I
Yeah.
know a lot of women who will not go to dinner and I don't mean traveling. I mean go to a restaurant in the city they live in and eat by themselves,
And
and not
I
and
don't do
not
that.
work, and not work, and not make it like I'm working lunch, right? So
Mm-hmm.
Emma Gannon, who
Mm-hmm.
one of our
Yeah,
favorites,
we
right?
follow her Substack.
Well, her book Table for One came out
Yes.
earlier. It
Yeah.
comes out in
Yeah.
September here. And she talks about that in this
Mm-hmm.
book, that it's still very taboo. And a lot of women still, I'm going to say, I know a lot of women who will not go to dinner by themselves. And I
Mm-hmm.
don't mean because they went on a work trip. I mean, they live in a city and they need to go to a restaurant, or they want to go to the restaurant and they just don't, they want to eat what they want to eat. They don't want to be bothered with
Mm-hmm.
anybody. It's really hard for them
And
to
why is
go.
that? I mean, if it's a personal thing, that's fine. People can do,
I think
different
maybe
personalities have different.
I don't even think it has to do with like she's looking for anyone. So
Uh-huh.
I don't,
Okay.
whether you sit at a bar or not, I don't think it has anything to do with looking for any. I think it is, are people looking at me? Sometimes people may feel like, what's the problem? And especially if you're on the table, it place
Yeah.
as a small, and as you're in a two, one on
Mm-hmm.
one, and the people next to you probably say, "Are you waiting on someone?" We aren't taught to be alone.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that's where a lot of things happen when you're not, a lot of people can't be by themselves. And that's okay too.
That's
They're,
fine. I
they're
love to be by myself. I'm not
I
monophobic, but
know,
I
but
know. Yeah.
it's different than being by, because these are people that can love being by themselves at home,
Yeah.
could
Yeah.
be by themselves in a hotel
Mm-hmm.
room, but
Mm-hmm.
cannot in the city they live in go out
Mm-hmm.
to dinner.
Like going to a
And
movie by yourself. Like, do women go to movies by that? I love going to a movie by
I
myself.
think movies are easier. It's
Uh-huh.
a dark
Because it's
place.
dark. Yeah.
And you see
Yeah.
a lot of people going
Mm-hmm.
by themselves, right?
Mm-hmm.
Men are not going to be asked this question.
Yeah. Now,
You
but
know,
why? They're not taught to not be alone. They're not, I mean,
I just think because they're men. I think
because
we can
they're
call it
men.
because we can call it patriarchy. We can call it the way people are
Yeah.
taught. Usually, I've been at restaurants and people were like, "Are you waiting on your husband?" And I wasn't even talking to anybody. I'm
Yeah.
just,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
I'm not even on my phone. I've gone and I've gone. Always have a book on me, so that's not. But
Mm-hmm.
I've gone to dinner and not even pulled out a book, so I'm not even reading. I'm
Yeah.
just sitting there enjoying this food, looking
Mm-hmm.
at the chef, the hustle and the bustle of a restaurant,
Uh-huh.
and I more than likely someone will ask me, "Am I okay?"
Yeah. That's what
And
happened to her. And it's like, yeah, I'm fine. I'm eating a meal. I'm enjoying it. I'm
is
like, yeah.
and I don't. It is big city, small city, doesn't matter. People are not used to that.
Well, come on, women. Let's all go out to eat alone.
I think it's great. I think, I tell people, people have often asked me, like, how do I do it? And I say,
Uh-huh.
well, if you don't want to do 8 o'clock, I say start at the 5:30 seating, right? Start
Okay.
at the earliest seating and build your way up to 8.
Yeah.
Build your way up. Like,
Uh-huh.
and also too, I hate to be the person, book the table for 2. And when you get there saying, oh, the person's not coming, but I'm still keeping a reservation. And no, I don't want to sit at the bar.
Yeah. Yeah.
I had to do that. I had to be
Yeah.
like, nope, I don't want to sit
Yeah.
at the bar. I
Yeah.
want my table because I booked the table.
Uh-huh.
I'm good. Just let me sit there, get my meal. And it's just, it's kind of like when I was a kid, my parents used to go, oh, it's okay being bored. I think
Yes.
we're in a world
I
now,
tell my
people
kid
don't
that a
know how to
lot.
be,
Yeah.
they don't know how to be bored. So they don't really know how to be themselves. And maybe, I think maybe if people are only children or like there's a big age gap sometimes in children, they're okay, maybe okay. Or maybe, so I grew up in a loud house. I'm a loud person. So I just have to go whoosh.
Yeah.
And
I'm an
so,
only child, so I'm totally good with it.
and
Yeah.
so I think when more women are doing it, hopefully this won't be a problem.
I hope so. I mean,
Yeah.
but I love what you just said. I think if it's a lost art, the lost art of boredom.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's important to feel that energy and know that it isn't necessarily real. I mean, it's a little real. I mean, my cat, I think, gets bored, but then, like, what do you do for yourself don't grab, don't look like, how do you, sit in that and then learn something about yourself.
Yeah,
So,
I mean, and that's sometimes the best meal. The best meal could be just,
well, how
because
do you
then,
get bored eating too? Like, savor it.
but I think that those lulls in times, right? The lull in the service, right? From the time you order your cocktail or beverage, and then there's the appetizer, and then maybe you order 2 appetizers, and there's that lull of removing one plate. How do you sit in that stillness, right? There is a moment of stillness.
Yeah.
And that's where I think it's hard for people.
Yeah.
Because then you have nothing. There's no plate. They take it a utensil. They got to bring it around. You're just like.
We've created a world where we don't like to be uncomfortable. We as individual humans.
Yep.
So we've created a world of distractions so we don't have to sit in our own discomfort.
Yes.
And I actually embrace my own discomfort, which makes me a little weird. But I've learned that through therapy and through sit in the uncomfortability. And for me, it's a lot about wanting to fix the situation that isn't mine to fix, or wanting to, just sit in the discomfort of knowing that could be better, and I'm not going to do anything about it because it's not mine to do. But that comes with all things. Sit in the discomfort of boredom, sit in the discomfort of aloneness in a public space, and just enjoy yourself. If we can't be in our own company, how do we think other people are going to be in our company?
Well, I mean, if you think about it too, like you and I go to Europe a lot, and you go to a park and you just see people just sitting there, people watching
all
the time, right? We don't really see that, but and I don't mean they're having a picnic. I mean they're at the park just on a bench, like
watching the world. It's like being in an airport, watching the people.
We don't think about that. So to me, I encourage people, if they've never done it, to try it. I do understand it could be hard for a lot of people, so I encourage them to try. And if you need some tips, reach out to us. We have a lot of tips.
Yeah, treat it like a sociology experiment. Pretend like you're there studying people in the wild.
I will say, put your phone away. Even if you bring reading materials, just put the phone away. Just bring a magazine, bring a book.
Nose down, eyes up.
Yeah. That's the best way to do it. Okay.
I love the topic that you have because I've been waiting for you to bring this up.
Okay, you've been waiting for me to. Okay,
do it.
So recently, I have to say this. I am not a fan of the Jenner Kardashian family. Most people know this. I just have to say this. I appreciate that Kris Jenner named her plastic surgeon.
Oh, wow.
I appreciate when a celebrity who has a lot of eyes on them. I know face creams and all the creams can do a lot of things. I am the gua sha girl, honey. No. I mean, what I'm saying, sometimes you need medical intervention.
Yeah.
Right? And it's okay.
Sometimes you choose medical intervention. And that's fine.
And that's fine. You can choose it. I mean, I'm not going out with a fight. I'm telling you, I'm choosing medical intervention. I believe it for me. But when celebrities go, oh, well, I just use this. My grandma taught me. Okay. Mine did too.
Okay.
Like, stop it. Name your surgeon. And I have been saying this for years with you. Like, I need these celebrities to name your doctor. I know he has a waiting list now because he's your doctor.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I need people to name it. I appreciate that Kris Jenner did that.
I didn't know she had done that. Yeah, I don't keep up with the Kardashians, so I did not know that. But that's good.
Here's the thing. I don't keep up with the Kardashians. I keep up with beauty. And that is the different thing. So I keep up with, like, Allure posted article, has the link. And that's because they do a lot of reporting on beauty. Yes, they do about products.
Yeah.
But they do what is going on. Things are changing. I'm a big reader of, I'm curious of how plastic surgery has changed over the years and what do you need to do to prevent for whatever you decide that you want to do for yourself. And the fact that the article she named what she had, the type of lift, I really appreciate this. I appreciate it. So no one's running around like, oh, I wish I could look like that. And we all know there's a host of nutritionists, cooks, doctors, estheticians, whatever Pilates instructors, all of it.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. If you can name your trainer who got the body like the bodying, I need you to name the doctor.
Absolutely. It's funny because I was having this conversation recently with a couple of other people, and and one of the people isn't as into beauty. I mean, I'm kind of peripheral. You're like in it. You know, I learned so much from you. You teach me so much and stuff, and I find so much of it fascinating. And so they're like, you know, but this person is got, you know, is pushing this product now. And so the whole conversation was, and there was another person there who's kind of like you, understands so much about not just ingredients and products, but formulation and what's supposed to do what, and talking about moisturizer and how, I mean, God, it was like micro emollients that sit on top that hydrate, and then mini ones or something, I don't even know, that go inside. I mean, I was learning so much. I was like, damn. But it's, you know, and so the other person I was like a fly on the wall in this conversation. It's like, but you don't understand these people. When you see these celebrities, they may not have, like, you know, they say they haven't done any needles, no foot filler, no Botox, no, and no surgery. Okay, that's fine. But do you know how many procedures that they have that we don't even know about? And all the things, you know, I mean, they're injecting collagen in for an event, so they look so fluffy and full, or they're doing, you know, all these things. And so I would like Jennifer Lopez and Jennifer Aniston to, like, please give us a list of, I know that you eat clean. I know that you take great care of your body. I know that you don't consume a lot of alcohol. I know that you work out like crazy. I know sleep is important to you. And I know you have great genetics. I give you all of that. I know all of that. And you are stunningly beautiful. But I want to know the other things that you're doing, you know, because we're the same age, and it's not happening for me like it's happening for you. And I'm not trying to be you because you're, you know, but I just want to know, like, when I do, you know, because I've done some laser treatments on my face, and I come out of it and I don't look like, you know, it's so, I just want to know, like, we all want to, I don't judge. I don't care. I want everyone to do what they want to do for themselves. You know, it makes us feel better. You dress nice clothes because you feel better. You do, you know, all the things. But yeah, it's like, don't act like, because what I thought you were going to say is, I saw one of the Kardashians, I was reading something in People magazine, and one of them, one of the Jenners, I don't know which one it was, the one that Timothy Chalamet is dating.
Kylie, the boob job.
Yes, she was talking about the boob job. And it's like, well, nobody, like, it's pretty obvious you've had a boob job. So don't think that people don't know.
No. Here's what I read that article because Allure wrote about that before I read with also the Kris Jenner.
Okay.
What she did was somebody commented.
Oh, she named her doctor. Yeah. Yes.
Not only did she name the doctor, she named the procedure and how many cc's or whatever she had implanted, right?
Yeah, I saw that.
Once again, I'm not a fan of, thank you. Because she didn't have to do that. She didn't have to say, I got this many or this. I appreciate, because we know you got it. I'm not against you yet. Like, oh, but that's what that looks like on your frame, right? Yes. It's kind of like when celebrities say, and I am very into coded language on this, because what they will say is, I didn't have Botox.
Yes.
You didn't say you didn't have Juvederm, Restylane, and all the other fillers by their medical names.
Yes.
So we need to quit lumping all of the fillers as Botox. And that's a start by saying, hey, maybe I got Botox here, or you got Juvederm here. Okay, you did not get Botox.
Yeah.
But you got something.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. Okay, it's kind of like the fad of like NADs, right? Everybody's doing NAD.
I don't know what that is.
It's like this new, like collagen, you were talking about injections. Now there's something called NAD. There's pills and everything. It's like, it's something in the body that the body stops producing anything to me. I want to know if you ingesting it, who makes your NAD? Like, what is, like, like, tell me the brand name.
Yeah, like, help a girl out. Come on.
And my whole thing, if you're using the brand, and we know a lot of celebrities and a lot of, you know, they're moving into the beauty space, the wellness space. You might as well go reach out to the brand before you say publicly, so so all of us could give you a link. You can give a link, and every woman will be like, let me just buy it.
Yeah,
it may not work for us, but at least we know you've been getting it for years. I have no problem with it. I just know, name your supplements, name your doctors. And please don't tell me you over here at In-N-Out. And don't get me wrong, I love In-N-Out when I'm going to In-N-Out too, double animal style. I get it. You're not having that before the award show. You're not. Stop.
Oh, the sodium. I mean, I wouldn't have, like, think about, like, we wouldn't do that. I mean, not that I'm going to award shows, but
stop.
And afterwards, totally in. But yeah.
Bring me into your beauty closet, your beauty bathroom.
Mhm.
Show me all the gadgets. I mean, which red light did you have? Do you like the llama laser? Like, I just want to know, and I'm not the only woman that wants to know. So instead of like, I think to me, it's showing that vulnerability of all of us are trying, and I'm just like,
we're all trying to
okay,
just get better. Yes.
we're just trying to get better, and maybe that means I'm like, oh, I need a little more something under here. I need to. This is Halloween again. Okay, let me get this orange Cali Ray concealer mix going because I haven't been to the doctor to get the needles in. Just tell me, name your doctors, name your supplements. And that's my topic.
I mean, we're all in this together. We all know how this ends. We're all just doing the best we can. And so help a girl out. Come on, help a girl out.
Look, I'm not going out without a beauty fight. That's it. Not going out.
Oh, all right. Yeah, it's funny because when we're like, deciding our topics and stuff, there are times like I read the Jenner thing and the boobs and all that. And so I thought, and I'm like, no, I'm going to wait until Julia, this is kind of more you than me. And so I'm going to, so that's why I've been waiting for you.
Don't worry, I'm bringing you to the dark side. Bringing you to the dark side.
Oh, wow. So, we've been doing these Am I the Asshole things from Reddit, and God, they're hilarious. I mean, good. I can go down into a serious route. I'm like, I don't have time for this. I've got to pick one and get out because I can just keep going and going. And so the one that you had last week was so funny about the girl and, paying her boyfriend's birthday. And so the one that I have for today, I was also talking to this one about my daughter, talking to my daughter and my husband. I told she's here. So we're having all these great conversations. So this one is, am I the asshole for not apologizing to my worker after she blanked me for 3 weeks over something I said? Now, reading that, it's hard to tell, but when I kind of dug into the bones of this, oh my God, I thought it was so funny. So there's these two coworkers and they work on group projects together. And one of them feels like, that she's doing most of the work. The other one doesn't do a lot of work. She's kind of carrying her. And so when they were in a meeting with their manager, the manager assigned certain work to the one who is not, who doesn't work hard. And her response was, what, me? And then the other woman who admitted that she did say this in a rather snarky way said, well, you have to do something. Can you imagine? Right there on the spot, her going, what, me? And she's like, well, you have to do something. So, and she admits that it was wrong, that it was a mistake, that she didn't mean to say it, that it just slipped out, we have those moments at times where the inside voice comes out and we don't mean it to. But so then her coworker got so mad. She acted like she didn't exist for 3 weeks. And the one thing that I will say, and so, kind of based on that, we were like, is she the asshole for letting it slip out? Now, in the end, the coworker did do what the manager asked her to do. And according to this woman, she did it in a very 5-minute kind of chat GPT style. So the manager gave it to her and she had to do it over again. So she's kind of right about who this woman is, the woman's not pulling her own weight at work. But the one thing that she didn't do is actually apologize to her. So she didn't mean to say it, and she knows that she shouldn't have said it. But because the woman then became very standoffish and it started causing problems in the office, and so she didn't apologize to her. So
okay, but
is she the asshole or no?
Okay. Okay. So she actually, whether or not she slipped out, it was going to eventually come out. Not this project or another project. That was going to, I don't think she's the asshole for not apologizing, but I think if it means that much to her, she should apologize.
Well, the funny thing is she does say that if the woman, because, she's acting like she said, if her coworker would have come to her and said, hey, that thing you said hurt my feelings, she said she would have apologized. But because the coworker was being so passive aggressive about it, then she, in her passive aggressive way, didn't apologize. But she does know what she said. She knows she shouldn't have said it.
I know, but then here's the thing: the coworker should not have to come to you for me to get the apology,
right?
Of something you said, Why would I do that?
Yeah. Yeah.
She has an attitude now. She doesn't want to come to you and say, you hurt my feelings or what,
Yeah.
And here's the thing. They work together. So eventually she's going to say something snarky again, literally, because that comment,
You're in that. Yeah.
like the whole Bible verse, like out of the abundance of the heart, the mouth speaketh. Literally, she's going to say it again. Her mind is going to be like in another meeting, like, oh, here we go again. So I don't think she's an asshole for not apologizing. I think if it bothered her, she should have.
Yeah.
But I don't think it bothered her. So why should she apologize?
Well, I mean, it bothered her in that she wrote about it on Reddit. And she even says she might be the asshole because she chose to not apologize.
She is an asshole for she choosing not to apologize. Like, yes.
What that's the thing. It's like she wants the woman whose feelings she hurt to be vulnerable to come to her and say, you hurt my feelings, instead of her being vulnerable saying, I shouldn't have said this to you and I'm sorry. Yeah. Yes, it's like the vulnerability is on you because you're the
not the coworker who you hurt.
Even if you were speaking the truth. That's not the point.
That's not the point. Yeah, she's an asshole. Like, yeah, she should apologize and now she's not, because only what's going to happen is it's going to fester and she's going to say something else again.
Yeah. I taught my kids when they were growing up, sometimes these little cheeky things help us. It's very corny, but to think before you speak, think, is what I'm about to say thoughtful? Is it honest? Is it intelligent? Is it necessary? And is it kind? And it's
but can you imagine though being in a meeting?
Necessary. That's always like, oh, it wasn't.
She's
necessary.
In a meeting.
I know.
She's in a meeting and the co-worker. But here's the thing. And eventually the boss knew he should have gave it to her in the first place because she was going to have to pick it up and do it.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, she was right, but we think she should apologize.
She should have. I know. Now the time has passed. Like, it's over now. She can't apologize for something weeks later. I mean, it's done. Yeah.
All right. There you go. Well, I don't know. It's never too late for an apology.
It's never too late, but right now she's not going to mean it. She does not mean it. You know why? Because she's already done the assignment.
She well, now she's probably pissed about that,
Exactly.
Like, I told you. Yeah.
I told you. Yeah. Basically.
These are fun. I like them.
They really are fun. Oh my God.
And it actually, it's funny. My daughter was like, she loves reading them because it makes her feel like so normal. Because she's like, man, people are crazy out in the world.
They really are. Yes.
So, too funny.
Okay, Michelle.
Yes.
I got to tell you what.
Yeah.
Okay. S.A. Cosby's King of Ashes. So S.A. Cosby is kind of like, I'm trying to, like, he writes thrillers, but he writes them from like this Southern, like, crime. This book is like Southern crime epic. Like, it's kind of like a lot of people are comparing it to kind of like The Godfather.
Oh, wow.
King of Ashes based in the Southern base. But S.A. Cosby is one of my newest finds. I've heard about him maybe last year.
Okay.
And he's a Black gentleman.
Yeah.
And he writes these crime dramas, thrillers.
I'm looking for a good crime thriller.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
King of Ashes by S.A. Cosby. Cool. I'm sad that I'm missing him on book tour this summer, but this man can write a good thriller. One of those that keeps you guessing and just, on everybody's list to read and all those things. And I need you to read this book. I need everybody to read this book.
I've been looking for a good like summer crime thriller. I want to read some cozy thrillers, but that feels winter to me. And so I'm like, no, I don't want to read cozy thrillers in the summertime. And I've been like looking, the New York Times put out a list of thrillers and I'm like kind of going through and I'm like, I don't know. I'm looking for like, Oh, cool. Okay.
The Atlantic says, pick up the novel everyone will be talking about.
Oh, nice. Consider it picked up.
S.A. Cosby, awesome. King of Ashes.
Nice.
That is like the main thing I've been listening. I mean, I've been reading. And so there, I love authors.
Yes.
What I've been, and I listen to so many podcasts, right? And so there's an author called V.E. Schwab. She wrote the book called The Brief Life of Addie LaRue. Came out a few years ago.
I remember.
this book follows, she writes big books. I mean, I always tell people those are the kind of books I read every other book. That's like 500 pages.
Yes.
She has a podcast called Write the Way, and where she interviews authors on how they got that spark to write a book. So it's very
cool.
And I'm interviewing you about your book, but what was the spark? Yeah. And authors are talking about what they were snacking on, what they were drinking. It's just really a fun way. So that's the podcast. I've been really researching because she has a new book come out, a vampire book. And I was just like, oh, she has a podcast. I didn't know she had a podcast.
Oh, cool.
And she spends a lot of time. She spends a lot of time in Scotland. I think she lives in New York, Scotland as well. And I just was like, this is a great way to talk to an author about it wasn't I sat at the page and I wrote no, it is literally I was eating this and this idea came.
Oh, I love it. Yeah. So, inspiration.
Right? Inspiration. So that's what I'm reading and that's what I'm kind of listening to. I'm kind of like trying to catch up on like French dramas on Netflix that, like I said before, help me with the language, but nothing to kind of like write home about yet.
Yeah.
I'm just kind of keep them in the background going in. Can I take the closed caption off a little bit? And so that's what I'm doing.
Cool. I love it.
So what about you?
Well, I am circling back to something that I watched some time ago because, recently the iconic, fabulous, I can't tell you how much I love Sly Stone. And he has recently passed away.
Mm-hmm.
And I love him. Love the music. Sly and the Family Stone. Just, I have several of the old albums and, I feel like such an influencer. I feel like to me, I find it hard to think that we would have ever had Prince in the Revolution if we didn't first have Sly and the Family Stone. And I just love him. And I love the influence. I can see his influence on so much music today, continues to live on. And so this documentary that's on Hulu that Questlove did, I highly recommend it. It's called Sly Lives, AKA The Burden of Black Genius. And it's a deep dive, and I knew that he struggled with drug addiction, Sly, but I didn't realize that it took like decades of his life. And that's why his music stopped. His making music stopped. His music always kept going and he lives on. And I highly recommend the documentary to enjoy and look back and see his inspiration and where he came from, in the church and then moving in with his family and then making music with his siblings and then how the band grew and then how that, it's just a really Questlove. I also did watched The Summer of Love several years ago, that documentary that he did. So good. He makes great music documentaries. And
Questlove is amazing.
He's so amazing. Yes. The Roots are amazing, but he too, in his stepping out of that and using his creative genius in a different way. So I highly recommend that. And, turn on an album, listen to, or, get your Spotify, Apple, whatever, Amazon playlist. And let's relive a little bit of Sly and the Family Stone. And then also Jon Stewart recently just kicked off season 2 of his This Week with Jon Stewart. Is that what it's called? This week.
I know my husband watches him. I don't know the name of it, but I know.
Yeah, the weekly show. It's the weekly because he's on Mondays on the Daily Show. So it's the weekly show with Jon Stewart. And I think he's great. I don't listen to every episode, I will confess, but I listened to the first one where he's talking with, I'm blanking on her name, Caitlin Collins. And kind of what's it like behind the scenes? Like, what's it like in the press room? What's it like when you're in the Oval Office? What's it all like? And so, I think that she's pretty cool. So, and I think he's a great interviewer. You've heard me say, I think he asks some of the best questions. This guy is a comedian, and yet he's one of the best interviewers, I think, out there these days. And so I love listening to him, and I love listening to his take on politics and stuff because it's funny. It's like, it's kind of like John Oliver, like they're serious, but funny. And so it's like, how do we take in this information that's happening that sounds so awful, but yet we can laugh with it. And so, so I'm tapping in a little bit to the second season of This Week with Jon Stewart.
Nice.
Yeah. So,
oh my gosh,
what a great episode. And, as we wrap up this episode of us host chat, I love the fact that our audience has really wanted us to spend some time talking to each other. We still got more guests episodes dropping, but I've had fun doing this with you.
I like it. I like it.
Like it's the end. I mean, we're gonna.
No, I like it because it's truly our conversations, our text messages a lot. It's just kind of like, and I'm always like, oh, don't text. Okay, hold it for the pod.
Yes.
Some things I'm like, hold for the pod. So
there's always so many things I want to talk to you about. And like if I talk to you before, and then sometimes we have, and then we talk on the pod, and then I like don't have the same, So it also lets people get a chance to see us and see how brilliant you are, and how you're like this, like you hold the information and the names and everything. Like I'm not you. I can't hold the volume of data.
I've always been that, like, I'm one of those people that kind of throws out reckless things. I call them reckless because they just come out when somebody like asks. And I was like, they're like, how did you know? I'm like, oh no, I've just been waiting to tell you. Like,
oh my God. Yes. Yeah. My brain is much more tired than yours. So I feel like I used to be more like that, but now that I'm like in my mid 50s and stuff, I'm like, so I love it. It's so fun. But I always want to remind people, and I know you do too, like, so we're wrapping up for today, but tune in later this week because we'll have how we're just getting better in our wine picks.
Yes.
Love you, my friend.
Love you too, babe.
Thanks for listening to Just Getting Better with your hosts, Michelle Williams
and Julia Coney.
We hope you enjoyed our deep dive into some important topics impacting women today. To ensure you never miss an episode, click follow or subscribe.
Head over to isjustgettingbetter.com to sign up for our email list, as well as check out all the links and resources in the show notes. And be sure to follow us on social media. If you love the show, will you please help us build our community by sharing it with friends? Until next time,
keep just getting better.